has been holding on to. And it scares people to death when I say it's going to bring up things from the past, and rightfully so. They're like, I can't handle that,
Right.
right?
Sure.
But the beautiful thing about ketamine is it disassociates the emotion attached to the memory.
Right.
So therefore, it doesn't matter what it brings up. It doesn't matter if you've been raped, if you've been shot, if you've been whatever else. It will bring it up, and you're looking at it from like, oh gosh, that was horrible. You don't feel those emotional, intangible, connections that are enmeshed. Instead, it's like you're watching it on TV, and you're just like, oh yeah, that was bad. But literally, you're looking at it from a objective analytic standpoint,
Right.
and you're not feeling that emotion. So what happens, right? And this is the cool thing about ketamine, our voodoo medicine, and quantum physics, which people, quantum physics is like the ultimate cool sciences sometimes. But, now that they look at time, and our brain doesn't understand time, it just doesn't. That's why we have watches. That's why we have clocks. That's why we have to look at sundials. That's why when we're blind, we have to take the medications to let us know, like, all the sleep cycle things and things like that. But what they've proven now is when you go through these heavy events in life that your brain's holding on to, and when the emotion comes up, we don't want to hear it, right? What they're proving now is the brain doesn't recognize time. So if it's a trauma that occurred 45 years ago and the brain brings it up, the brain may have the exact same response, emotional response today that it did 45 years ago. And that's why we don't want to bring it up, because we can't relive the moment again. It took too much of our life, all this other stuff. And that's why we suppress these things. But the beautiful thing about ketamine is it allows it to come up and you're not connected to it. And then you can analyze it. And when you're analyzing it, I mean, I tell people it's like a 4-year-old coming up and screaming, being like, I've had the worst day ever. Okay, I hear that you've had the worst day ever. I really do.